had this really wonderful, in some ways kind of idyllic upbringing growing up on a farm in rural Oklahoma. And there were many, many freedoms to that and many comforts to that. But there's also an insularity and a lack of exposure to what was going on in the world, and a lack of exposure to ideas in many ways. And I fed myself through books mostly because I love to read. But it was coming to college, and I think one of the most kind of profound moments for me was taking Dr. Griswold's classes. And I took some of his history classes and some of his, I believe I took Women in Modern America, and kind of understanding the history as through the eyes of, or in some cases, to the extent that it had excluded the experiences of women. And really looking at life through that lens for the first time was a really mind-expanding moment for me. So to be honest, I wasn't involved in a lot of activities in college. I was a really serious student, and I worked. So I divided my life mostly between those two things. I was in the honors program, so I went to lectures, and I interned at the Congressional Archives, and I worked at the United States Attorney's Office in Oklahoma City, including a whole bunch of jobs on campus and around town during my 4 years here. And I did study abroad for a semester in Clermont-Ferrand. A couple of highlights. One was just being exposed to so many new people. I had gone to high school, or gone to school for about 13 years with the same 18 people. So getting to meet a whole new variety of people was really amazing. But the eye-opening experience of the education was really profound for me. Like, I felt like the whole world opened up when I went to college. The thing I'm most proud of in my life is my family, my husband and my 2 children, who are fantastic and, you know, the best things I ever did. But in terms of my career, I think a slightly harder question, but I did last fall, in November, gave a lecture on the history of Native American lands in the Supreme Court for the United States Supreme Court Historical Society, and was introduced by Justice Ginsburg of the Supreme Court, and delivered the lecture in the chambers, the Supreme Court chambers. So that was a pretty remarkable and exciting experience for me. And previously, by about a year, I was appointed to a policy board at the United Nations level, and I work with Indigenous and non-Indigenous people in the United Nations to advance Indigenous rights globally. And that also has been a really remarkable and fun experience. Education is such a gift, and when you go through your life and you're in the real world where you're working and you have a lot of obligations, you don't have a lot of chances to really absorb and really broaden your mind. And college provides that unique opportunity in a way that I think a lot of young people don't realize. So I would say, soak it up. Do as much as you can, work as hard as you can, and soak up as much as you can, because it won't ever really be like that again.